sleep and performance, how to perform better, how to feel better, how to be sharper, how to have a leaner, more muscular body with proper sleep. Welcome in, much love, Trav here. Yesterday, we took a deep dive in my mastermind game shape training call into the science of sleep. Spent about 2 hours digging through all sorts of research and looking at some interesting things. And in today's video, we're going to really break it down, the essentials in a short period of time. So welcome in, much love, Trav here. Okay, so sleep makes a big difference. And there's a lot of different things that we can look at. But here's the first thing. You think that to have a good, strong, lean body, that it's diet and exercise. That's not really true. There's a third component which is as important and possibly more important than either, and that is sleep. The reason why sleep is so important to this is because especially lack of sleep will cause hormonal imbalances, will make it difficult for your body to do what you want it to do. If you're deprived of sleep, it's going to lower your testosterone and increase your cortisol and hamper your ability for insulin to do its job, absorb sugar and so on. So holding all else the same, if you're sleep deprived, which the science says is, it varies, but is less than 7 hours or 7 hours or less. Really the range of healthy sleep is 7 to 9, the study suggests, and it varies for you. But if you're getting less than that, and a lot of you are thinking, well, I'm different, I'm special. Probably not. You're probably not different and special. You probably, you may even be performing decently right now, but you would be performing better if you optimize sleep, right? And this isn't to shame you and to say, because I realize if you're in high school, or if you have some shift job, or you have some graveyard shift, or you have some early work, that it can be difficult. So you have to think about and prioritize how you can even make this possible. It's going to be tough. Anyways, if your hormones are off, you have high cortisol, low testosterone, insulin problems, it's going to waste away your muscle. You're going to grow fat instead. Pretty simple. If you have a good amount of sleep, holding all else the same, it's going to boost your testosterone. It's going to lower your cortisol. It's going to allow your insulin to do the right job. And holding all else the same, you're going to grow more muscle and burn more fat. So you could be doing all the right things for your workouts. You could be doing all the right things for your diet. But if you're sleep deprived, you might not have the body that you want, the performance that you want anyways, right? You may not have it's just, so consider that. It's an important key. Obviously, which comes with that cortisol feeling of stress. You're going to feel stupider, you're going to be stupider, you're going to perform worse with less sleep, you're going to perform better with more sleep. At least up to maybe 9-ish, occasionally 10 hours. It really depends, you need to be aware. For me, the sweet spot for me is really between 8 to 9 hours of sleep, and also varies over a lifespan. If you're a teenager or you're going through puberty, you may want closer to 10, maybe 11 hours. As we get older and our growth slows, we stay in that 7 to 9 range, especially as we grow older, approaches maybe more 7 hours. So it really depends, okay? Let's dive into some other, we're going to talk about napping in a minute, talk about a couple other, I'm trying to organize this in my brain here. So, okay, how to fall asleep and keep your circadian rhythm. So even if you're sleeping 7, 8, 9 hours, if you're sleeping them at weird variable times, it's going to cause you problems. You want to be going to sleep at roughly the same time every night and waking up at roughly the same time every day. And this is a challenge if you're doing the weekend thing. I'm going to stay up late. One of the keys for that is, if possible, you don't want to vary your wake-up time by more than 30 minutes. Unless you're crossing multiple time zones and need to make that adjustment, which is rare. But even if you stay up way late, if possible, instead of having it wreck your whole schedule, you should not sleep in more than 30 minutes later than your regular time, or it's going to cause you some problems. But in general, you want to be going to sleep at the same time every night, waking up at the same time every day. And especially in the morning, most people, 70% of people are night owls whose circadian rhythms are longer than 24 hours and need to be reset by early sun exposure. 30% of people are morning birds who are waking up earlier and circadian rhythm is less than 24 hours, who also need to be exposed to the sunlight and to darkness to reset your circadian rhythm clock. So make it a priority to get outside and get some sunlight on your eyes as early in the day as possible and at the same time as possible to reset your clock. You live in a cave, you get no sunlight, maybe you're in your school in Seattle, this is a problem for me, you get no sunlight, your clock just keeps drifting, right? You have to get that sunlight to reset it in the morning. Also at night, you might think, okay, I'm an owl, but I just like to stay up late. There may be some truth to that, but it could be that you're just getting exposed to too much blue light at night. Too much blue light at night suppresses your melatonin and you're not going to be able to fall asleep. You're not going to be able to fall asleep if you're on your phone. You're not going to be able to fall asleep if all your lights on. You're not going to be able to fall asleep if you're watching Netflix or watching the computer. It's TV. It's going to obstruct your ability to produce melatonin and fall asleep. So a couple of things. You want to be shutting this stuff down early. You don't want any flashing lights in your room. You want to cover the blinds and have blackout curtains if possible. It's important, or it's going to obstruct your sleep. It's going to affect your sleep efficiency. If you can't fall asleep, you can get in 7 hours what other people are getting in 10. You don't want to be lying in bed not able to sleep. You don't want to be woken up in the middle of the night by lights. You don't want red clock flashing in your face. You want to get rid of all those lights, fall asleep early. I haven't tried this myself. A lot of people have recommended this to me, those blue light blocking glasses, sunglasses, wearing those in the evening. If you've tried those and you like them, please leave a comment in the comments down below. I'm interested to hear how you feel about those. Okay, so we've got some basic principles on sleeping. 7 to 9 hours. You want a good amount of testosterone and a low amount of stress cortisol, then you want to be on the upper end of that, not on the lower end. It's going to make your life better. It's going to make you smarter. It's going to make your body leaner and better. Okay? You want to be going to sleep and waking up around the same times with sun exposure in the morning and reduce your blue light in the evening. Pretty simple stuff. Okay. One study I saw that was really interesting, this is a Scandinavian study, found that there's a high correlation between temperature of your hands and feet and falling asleep sooner. And by the way, it says the optimal temperature for falling asleep is between 60 and 70 degrees. So if it's too hot, put on a fan. If it's too cold, bundle up or throw on some heat. But the Scandinavian study showed that the biggest indicator to falling asleep fast is temperature of hands and feet. You want warm hands and feet. You want your feet to be warm. The study recommended wearing socks to sleep. I recommend wearing socks to sleep. In the wintertime, I wear wool toe socks. I'm often nude under all my blankets, except I have these warm toe socks on. I find it helps me fall asleep earlier. The studies agree. Okay, so we've dealt with all this temperature stuff. Let's move on and talk about naps. So naps are, timing is important and duration is important, but taking the right time of nap during the right length of nap at the right time of day is shown to have a lot of benefits. It is shown to improve alertness. It's more effective than caffeine, more effective than getting more sleep at night for boosting productivity in the afternoon. By the way, caffeine goes well with naps. Caffeine has a half-life of about 5 hours. After you drink it, half of it's gone. It takes about 15 to 45 minutes for full onset, although you feel something between 5 and 10 minutes. So if you want to really boost alertness with a nap, drink a coffee, fall asleep for 10, 15, 20 minutes, wake up, boom, you're ready to go. Okay? So first of all, the downsides of taking a nap are if you sleep too much or too late in the day, it will screw up your circadian rhythm, negatively affect your ability to fall asleep at night. If you have insomnia, naps are not necessarily your friends. But if you want that performance boost or you're not necessarily getting quite enough sleep, naps are going to be a helpful thing. Nice thing about naps are, in 15 minutes in the early afternoon, you're able to restore a bunch of glycogen to the brain. It's also, if you're trying to learn a lot, naps are really good, because one of the things that naps do is it clears out the short-term memory, converts what's necessary to long-term, and frees up your short-term again. It's like clearing your emails so that you're able to learn more. If you're learning a ton, especially a 15-minute nap is going to be really, really useful. Why 15 minutes? Well, too long and you go into REM sleep, and that's going to cause you to feel really groggy, and it's also going to disrupt your circadian rhythm. So you want to keep it short and sweet. And my recommendation for that is, if you're going to nap, I really recommend you keep the lights on so that you don't confuse the body if it's dark out. If you take a nap and it's dark out, which can be in the winter time here in Seattle at 4 p.m. it's dark out, your body's going to be very confused. It's going to have a greater chance of affecting your circadian rhythm. So you want to nap when it's light out. If not, you want to have the lights on so you know that it is. Okay? Let's see. There's not too much else to say. Those are kind of the essentials that we pulled up. But you do those things, you'll be smarter, you'll be able to learn more, you'll have a better body, you'll be less stressed out, you'll have more testosterone, be able to grow and maintain muscle better, and just perform better in general. So yeah, hope you find that useful. If you like this video, let me know. Fire away in the comments. I am going to be doing a video like this every week, because every week I'm doing in my weekly call for our training groups research on body science and performance. So maybe even come back into sleep and go more in depth and look at things from a different angle, or add pertinent new information. Like I'm planning on doing at some point a video on sleep postures. I haven't done that in a while, but let me know what you think. Holler in the comments. Those of you who want to get in and get help on your physical training, we have a group, Game Shape, and we are accepting applicants. So if you want to get some help and get some accountability and get the right info and be a part of some motivated team individuals trying to make it happen, then go ahead and follow through that link down below. So appreciate you. Much love, and talk soon. Let me know what you think.